Hello everyone and good day. This is Jennifer Lanutan from College of Education and Liberal Arts Department. Today, we are going to discuss on how to have a proper hygiene, how to dress neatly and properly in school, how to talk to other people to gain friends, and how to avoid bad image reputation. So, let's discuss first the proper hygiene. Proper hygiene consists of oral hygiene, bathing, hair care, hand hygiene, food hygiene, toileting hygiene, and coughing and sneezing hygiene. So, let's talk about good oral hygiene. Dental hygiene is important to our oral health because it reduces the risk of developing tooth decay and gum diseases. When left untreated, both tooth decay and gum diseases can have serious implications on our oral health. For starters, they can produce painful or visually unappealing symptoms. So it is really important to practice good oral hygiene. Now, I show you the steps on how to have a proper oral hygiene. Let's go! So here is the thing we need to follow in order to avoid dental health problem. First is brush your teeth at least 3 times a day. Second, choose your toothbrush wisely and replace it often. Third, floss regularly. Fourth, give your tongue some attention. Fifth, stop smoking. 6, limit your coffee intake. 7, eat nutritious diet. 8, decrease sugar intake. 9, use an antibacterial mouthwash. And 10, visit the dentist regularly. So, I will going to show you the proper ways of brushing your teeth. Let's go! And now, let's proceed with personal hygiene. To avoid your underarm smells fishy, you need to put some deodorant or tawas. Deodorant is more expensive than tawas, so if you don't have money, I'll prefer you to buy tawas. And now, I will going to show you the proper ways of applying deodorant and tawas to our underarm. Let's go! After putting some deodorant in your underarm, you can also apply lotion or sunblock. Lotion is good for your skin to moisturize it, and sunblock is also good to our skin and of course to our face, especially if we go out and we're exposing to the sun. And now I will going to show you the proper ways of applying sunblock and lotion to our body and face. Let's go! After putting sunblock and lotion, let's proceed to hair care. If your hair is wet, dry it naturally. Avoid using electric hair blower because it can damage your scalp. And if you have oil, you can apply oil to your hair to keep your hair shiny. And brush your hair with a wide tooth comb. In order to keep it shiny, you must brush it regularly. After brushing your hair, you can also add some style in order for your hair to mix perfect and pretty. So, let's proceed with foot hygiene. Wash your feet daily with soap and water. Take extra care to dry between the toes. Avoid walking barefoot in public place. Keep your feet dry and trim the nails. So be with me as I show you on how to have a proper foot hygiene. Let's go! And now, let's proceed with toileting hygiene. If we're using our toilet, we need to make sure that the door is closed, and after pee or poo, you need to wipe from front to back in order to avoid UTI. You can use tissue and water as alternative. Avoid pee splash. Clean the toilet seat if necessary. Don't forget to flush. And put the toilet seat down. And after using the toilet, you need to make sure that you wash your hands. So, speaking of hands, we need to proceed with hand hygiene. Keeping our hands clean is one of the most important steps to avoid getting sick and spreading germs to others. Washing your hands thoroughly and frequently will help keep you and your loved ones healthier. Washing your hands with a soap removes germs from hands and helps prevent infection. So, I will show you the proper ways of washing our hands. So, be with me as I show you the ways of washing our hands. Let's go! So now, let's proceed to coughing and sneezing hygiene. We need to cover our nose and mouth with tissue or handkerchief when we cough and sneeze. Just like this. If you don't have a tissue, you can also use handkerchief. And now, I'm going to use the tissue as I show you on how to cover our nose and our mouth. So this is the way on covering it. We need to make sure that we cover our mouth and of course, our nose. Just like this. Achoo! Or if we don't have tissue or handkerchief, we can also use our elbow. Just like this. Achoo! Covering when coughing or sneezing is more than a polite gesture. It is an important step in stopping the spread of germs. So it is incredibly important to wash our hands and to always cover our nose and mouth when coughing or sneezing. So that's all with proper hygiene. And now let's proceed to how to dress neatly and properly in school. So, let's proceed with how to dress neatly and properly in school. To look great and neat in school, we must dress accordingly to the dress code of our school, just like this. This is the dress code of Davao Central College to the girls. In order for us to look good and neat, we should make sure that our school uniform is clean and iron it to remove wrinkles and shrinkage of the cloth materials. Ironing our uniforms makes fresher than before. Cleaner and fresher looking uniform is a good way to boost our self-confidence. After ensuring that our uniform is clean, we need also to make sure that our shoes is clean. Just like this, okay? Let's wear our shoes. So, after we wear our school shoes, we need to put some light makeup, okay? I have here some lip tint. Let's put some tint in our lips, but just like this. And let's put eyebrow. And face powder. After we're looking good with our face, let's proceed with our hair. In order for us to look good, we should also ensure that our hair is looking good. We can style our hair either ponytail or just like this. You can also add clips if you have, or if you want to add clips. I have here a clip, so let's style my hair. Well, I guess I prefer to be just like this. I think I'm fine with my hair with this. I feel comfortable with if my hair is look like this. To finish the look, you can add some accessories just like this one, watch, or bracelet, earrings, and this one, a necklace, okay? So now, if you are done with the school uniform, the shoes, and your looks, you can add some aesthetic bag or simple bag which you think is suitable to your looks. You can add this one or this one. I think this one is somehow cute. So those are the simple ways on how to look good and presentable in the school. So next is how to show good manners and pleasing personality to others. In order to show good manners and pleasing personality, first is you must always say thank you, please, look people in the eyes when you speak to them, apologize, smile and have a good attitude, make a small talk, ask questions of others, and say excuse me. First is to say please, especially if you are asking to someone just like this. Can you please bring me those bags? Okay, next one is say thank you. If someone brings you those bags that you ask, you must say thank you. And next is look people in the eyes, especially when you're speaking, in order to make the conversation meaningful. And for the number 4, apologize. Apologize when you have done something wrong. Apologize if you offend someone, and etc. The 5th is smile and have a good attitude. For example, being kind, helpful, polite, and etc. And for the 6th is make a small talk. In order for you to have friends, make a conversation to your classmates and to other people. Number 7 is ask questions of others. Like if you don't know something, or if you want to go to a particular place but you don't know the address, and so on and so forth. For 8 is say excuse me. Say excuse me, especially if there's people in your front and you have to walk, and especially if there's people in the back and you have to watch something in the front, you must always say excuse me, because saying excuse me is a gesture of respect to each and everyone. So those mentioned above are the magic words for us to have a good manners and pleasing personality. We must observe, follow, and practice saying those beautiful words. So let's proceed with how to talk to other people to gain friends. So in order for us to gain friends, we must start a conversation. When you are with someone you'd like to know better, start a conversation. Share something to him or to her. Share something about yourself, about the things that you like, about the things that you don't like, and etc. Because those people will also share their experiences, likes, and etc. with you, which is the start of having a good friendship conversation. Second is show interest. Even if you are just meeting someone, you can make them feel comfortable by asking the right questions and being a good listener. That is an example of showing interest to the person, especially if she or he is sharing information or talking to you. Third is smile. Smile is the most important. Make eye contact and smile. Smiling while keeping good eye contact will create a positive effect on the other person. Because when you smile to the person, they'll feel more comfortable and interested in the conversation. Fourth is share. As you get to know each other, as you get to know the person, try sharing small but more personal things about yourself. If you are open with them, it gives them permission to be open with you in return. Fifth is do a small favor. Small act of kindness often lead to intimacy and connection. It doesn't have to be a big or obvious, just a little bit gestures creates a feeling of a good vibes. For the sixth one is keep it going. When you meet someone, exchange numbers or add them on their social media accounts. Call or message them later. Ask if they like to get together again, because staying in touch is a crucial part of developing a friendship. So, what not to do if you want to gain friends? So, these are the things that you must avoid. First is, don't change who you are. Don't act different just to fit in. Always be yourself, genuine, and honest. Second is, don't brag. Boasting gives people a negative impression and maybe turn off. Third is, don't be too aggressive. Fifth is, don't expect results right away. It takes time to establish a strong bond between two people. So, do your best, but keep it slow. And that's all for how to gain friends. So now, let's proceed with how to avoid bad image reputation. To avoid bad image and reputation, first is, give yourself an honest assessment. Second is, do not do something that is punishable by the law. Third is, don't take failure too seriously. Fourth is, apologize if it was your mistake. Admit it or not, we people make mistakes, which can create a lot of trouble. But the best way to make up for them is by apologizing. And the fifth one is watch yourselves. Be presentable always. Do not be rude. Don't mess with things. Be kind as always and do good things. And most importantly, observe humanity. That would be all. Thank you. Once again, this is Jennifer Lanutan from College of Education and Liberal Arts Department. Bye!